It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did.
That is not who I am anymore.
I know you feel that way now. I've lost myself before. There is something beyond that.
What is that?
Purpose. Purpose is the path that leads you to...
Does it hurt?
Oh, this? Only when I worry. Your armies into war. Secure your vengeance.
If securing our justice is not your purpose, then find another. For your own sake.
A Vanir crest? Quite the prize.
Hang on! I got something for you. Sindri!
Coming!
Before you go traipsing off into the dawn, I thought you'd like to have me back. Well, don't go getting too cheery about it. But you're welcome.
I've collected what we need to find the Norns. Shall we go?
Madam Neathode, where have you been?
I suspect we may have consequences to look forward to.
For a moment.
Squirrel.
Ah, Master Kratos, my apologies. Madam Neathode's disappearance weighs heavily on my mind.
She a friend of yours?
Less a friend than another longtime tenant of the tree. She was here even before I arrived, and that was ages ago. To even think something could keep her away from her babies. Terrible. Just terrible.
We're heading back to Vanaheim?
There's still a few loose ends to tie up. We've still got to find that mysterious orb for Lunda. And what else? A lost spirit still trapped in the river delta. Perhaps we can put them to rest.
Lead the way.
Hey, hot stuff. Remember, I need that orb.
Ah, that's it. Waterfalls. We're close. There should be a gate up ahead.
That's quite a gate. Don't suppose you know a way through?
The Pilgrim Gate. I can open it. We just need to find the right vantage point.
Freya, there's something I've... always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Hrimthur, the son of Thormur, the stonemason, who disguised himself and built Asgard's wall.
Oh, yes. One of the many occasions Odin saw fit to involve me in a wager without my consent. I wish I could say that was the worst of his husbandly habits.
What wager?
I've told this story, brother.
And now she may tell her own.
There isn't that much to tell. I knew nothing of it at first, surely because Odin didn't expect to lose the bet. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season.
2! It was 2!
And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing. But if he succeeded, he was promised an audience with the queen. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the...
You know what? We'll finish this later.
are certain the trace could not still be in Midgard.
I was just there and found no trace. If Odin invited him, he must have provided a way.
No, that is not the only explanation. Tell me where we find these Norns.
I discovered some of their threads near the frozen lake. I stashed one for spellcrafting, but we may also use it to find them. Just remember, they really don't want to be found.
Well, at least things will be difficult for a change.
We should take your sled and head to the lake.
Midgard. How I've missed the freezing gusts and constant raider attacks.
Well, that's because they believe Kratos is responsible for Fimbulwinter, and that killing him will end it.
Where would they get an idea like that?
From me, of course.
Of course.
Come. Quiet. She is a friend. Now.
Better they get this from you. Once the wolves have the scent of the Norns, we'll just need to follow their lead.
I will open the gate. Stop whining.
Their fur is matted. When did you last brush them?
They are wolves.
And matted fur leads to disease. Take care of them and they'll take care of you.
Brother, what exactly do you intend to ask the Norns?
How I may find my son. Nothing more.
You don't imagine it's a chance to clear up all this mess about prophecy? Perhaps get a second opinion on your alleged demise.
You didn't tell me you had a death prophecy?
When Atreus and I reached Jotunheim, we found a hidden mural. The giants, Faye herself, had foreseen our entire journey long ago. Who we would meet, who we would fight. All of it, as it happened.
But you aren't dead.
That image was from a time yet to come.
I see. You've never struck me as someone who fears death. That's not the problem, is it?
No. Death can have me when it earns me.
Then maybe it's not the future that bothers you. Faye sent you on your journey, and she made sure you'd see that image at the end of it. And you're still not sure why.
I wish to speak of this no further. Now that we are on the lake, how will we find the Norns?
Watch the wolves closely. See how their heads point the way?
Well, the Lake of Nine has certainly seen better days. Raiders have made themselves quite at home. Not sure I've been back to these parts since our great battle with Sigrun.
She speaks highly of that fight as well.
You know of that?
She told me all about it when she found me. She believed you could be an ally. Long before I believed it.
The Valkyrie Queen. An ally.
I'm the Valkyrie Queen, as Sigrun was stubbornly determined to remind me.
I should have guessed it was Sigrun helping you recover yourself. She's so loyal. Aye. Clever. Oh.
Doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from.
This thread of fate we are tracing.
It's not somebody's life, if that's what you mean. The Norns use it to mark their way when they're outside of the well.
Enough. We will continue later.
Never seen craftsmanship like this before. Can't imagine how old it is. Now, where have we seen an artifact like that before?
Tears vault. The Norns live in a well.
No. The Well of Earth, their home, is hard to explain. It's in no fixed place. Entrances come and go. A place wholly under their influence, where the intangible becomes tangible. Like being inside your own mind.
Hold. The wolves are distracted.
Behind you! Watch out!
Suspect that's all of them.
These were cold. Infamous.
Legion wolves. Atreus and I rescued ours from such an encampment.
That was kind of you. The Coal Raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures. I think we should do something about them.
Perhaps.
Up to you, brother. If the Norns know the future, no doubt they'll expect us to show up a bit late. So the Norns' domain is like being inside your mind.
Hold! What is that?
That must be Tyr's helmet, from his statue.
Win minds, not wars.
Tyr understood the greatest fight of them all was the battle for people's hearts and minds. Too bad Tyr has no interest in doing either these days.
Mimir, have you encountered these Norns?
Not personally. Freya's right. They have ways of discouraging visitation. Odin made his share of efforts. Wouldn't talk about what he found.
Hold. We will finish later. Is there more of Odin and the Norns?
No. Either he gave up, or he wanted to forget what he saw. bloody drop. You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass.
Whatever.
Reminds me of tales of a cruel empress, one too angry to die.
We will see.
Freya, do you mind telling us what you experienced when you sought the Norns last time?
To be honest, the details are hazy. Like waking up from a dream. Mainly, I remember that nothing could be done to change my son's fate. Which only made me more determined to try.
Brother, what of your story? You faced the fates of your homeland, yeah? The legends I heard about the ghost of Sparta were surely exaggerated.
Exaggerated?
Oh, not in the brazen bloodshed righteous fury part. The part where it said you travelled back in time itself to win a battle once lost. It's strange credulity, obviously. I mean, a rumour about Thor knocking the world serpent back in history from Ragnarok is one thing.
It is the truth. The threads of fate span all life and time. The Sisters of Fate abused their power.
Brother, what is it?
The wolves are distracted.
Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them, brother? Another raider! To the left!
Switching arrows!
Watch the fire!
That is all of them. They still whine.
Poor things. They can smell more danger.
The wolves fear that which can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that.
You were saying the Sisters of Fate abused their power.
They did. When I challenged them, they threatened to undo my existence.
Brother.
Look.
Isn't that the sphere from Tyr's statue?
Wish for peace. Be ready for war.
Oh, that's astute of the others. Tyr never sought war, but he... had to be ready for.
Aye, best be armed than not. Impressive looking weapon, isn't it?
It is big.
You were saying the Sisters of Fate abused their power.
They did.
Hold that thought. I think I hear something sizable.
That's showing them.
You were saying the Sisters of Fate abused their power.
They did. So I killed them and turned their power on Zeus.
Brother, what's
The
wrong?
wolves are distracted.
Fire behind you!
Enemies to your left!
Coming back!
Maybe the wolves will cease their whining.
Did you really kill your homeland's faith and use their power?
Accursed wolves.
I grow tired of your lack of empathy for your own wolves.
It's Deimos, isn't it, brother?
I should not have told you of Deimos.
You see yourself in these wolves, in their fear.
Let us keep moving.
Kratos, did you really kill your homeland's fates and use their powers to go back in time?
I did.
That's the most dangerous and irresponsible thing I've ever heard.
Hang on, brother. That building.
How strange. I've never seen that building before.
Aye. Very strange indeed. No! Let's take a closer look.
Right leg!
Wait. The shield that's blocking the entrance. It looks exactly like the one from Tyr's statue.
There's another piece of Tyr's likeness sent flying across the lake. Ended up lodged right into this building, apparently. All this must have been hidden behind the ice until that shield smashed through it.
Doesn't look like you can brute force With the shield in the way, it won't go any farther.
Good, that's the way!
could be useful. Well done. Now we just need to open the gate. Perhaps sigil arrows may help us freeze the gears. Well done.
It was not intentional.
Oh, sure. My arrows can't go through walls, I'm afraid. together again. You won't believe it, Mimir. This crest belongs to Fjotalund.
Fjotalund, you say? Now that's where Sigrun was from.
The vault is locked.
Then we should find the keys.
That's the spirit, brother.
Well, I hope you didn't come seeking the Norns, hoping to travel in time again. These Norns have no such magic, nor does anyone in these realms that I've ever seen.
Aye, can you imagine? If it existed, Odin would have it. And if Odin had it, we'd be 5 shades more fucked than we are already.
I would not ask them to change the past, even if they could. I only want information.
And that's quite dangerous enough, in my experience.
I'm all for exploring the area, but to be clear, it's down there we'll find the Norns. What's that outpost?
Is that pure Svartalfheim slag? Give it here.
Would have been ashamed to have left that behind.
Their deaths will be painless. Ish. Anything for Freya? Hope it's to your liking. What do you need? I'll disinfect my tools. Huh. That might be my best piece yet today.
Very good.
I'll heat up the forge. Something in mind? Ooh, a souvenir from foreign lands?
Another marking, like the one in the treasury.
Aye, this place must have been part of Sigrun's kingdom. A first outpost preceding further expansion.
Another crane.
Another sleeping troll, courtesy of the dwarves.
So this outpost is what's left of Fjordtulund. Sigrun spoke of growing up with these people before she joined the Valkyries.
Rosie! Watch out!
Watch out! That wisp is replicating! Ah, secret. She casts riches and power aside to follow a higher calling with the Valkyrie.
You really put her on a pedestal.
That's what pedestals are for, aren't they? Raising up the virtuous.
If you say so. Look, over there. Well done.
Perhaps those runes over there can shed some light. What? No, she never mentioned.
Kratos, I think I see a key. It could be to the vault in the treasury.
Now that looks like a key to a royal repository to me.
It is broken.
Not broken. It's just split in half. Perhaps we could find its partner.
Good! That's the way!
Brother, I had a thought. What if we took a stealthy approach?
What did those runes say?
Sigrun. She loved another. A king named Helgi. Seems they were madly in love. But her parents wouldn't let them marry.
Oh, come, Mimir. You really didn't think you were her first love, did you?
Aye. Suppose I did. Freya, can we return to your story of being through? You said if he built Asgard's wall in time, he was promised an audience with you.
Yes, and built it he did. So, off I went, not knowing what had truly been promised or expected. Dagger stashed in my robe for emergency.
Wait. That building.
Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? Does it tickle?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame. The oarsmen. A monument to conquerors.
Made some lovely warships, though.
Another sign from 𝐵𝐿𝐷, Mimir.
Behind you!
Left, right!
Good ridden!
All these bones.
This is a tomb.
Looks like there's a staircase on the other side. There must be another way around. Watch yourself. Come through it. Big shit.
Behind you! Look out!
Sad to see Sigrun's homeland in such a terrible state.
You know, Mimir, if you want to take it toward the kingdom, you might not like it.
So, she loved another before me. There are worse things to discover about someone you love.
Yes, there certainly are. There it is. The other staircase.
It avoids every attack!
Oh, an artifact from the River Empire. Never been myself. I hear it's lovely. Maybe those runes can give us a bit of history about this place. It can't be.
It is.
Oh, Mimir. Look, the other half of the vault key.
Now that we've made the key whole again, we can head back to the treasury. See what fortunes await inside. King Helgi. He massacred her family just because he couldn't have her. Only her brother, Prince Dogr, survived to kill the Mad King.
Sigrun and her brother had issues over that.
Oh, and all the time Sigrun and I spent with each other, she never mentioned anything about this.
Maybe she liked the way you saw her.
Iron peace, not a golden war.
Tyr used to talk about how heavy the cost of war was compared to its bounties. He felt like it was his responsibility to avoid it.
Kind of still does, in fact. Brother, do you ever think of cooking meat with those blades of yours?
No. They would foul the meat.
Oh, because of the magic on them?
The blood.
Ah, yes. Carry on then.
Look, there's some debris over there. I'm guessing from Tyr's poor statue.
Defend the peace.
Well, I think that's the last of it. Doubtful we'll find any more interesting bits.
I always admired the love Tyr inspired.
Where I come from, gods of war not revered in such a way.
Not all gods of war are the same, brother.
No, they are not.
Incoming!
Incoming fire!
Enemies to your left!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass! Good hit, brother!
Kratos, they're cheating! Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Was he the one who captured the wolves before you freed them?
I do not know.
Regardless, they should draw some comfort from his death.
They're still scared.
Not of the raiders. Do not be afraid. You are safe. Good. Good boys.
Girls.
Good girls.
I scouted ahead. The lake's crawling with raiders. Be careful.
Want something in particular? Say one thing for Tyr. He's got taste. And for the Valkyrie Queen? Whatever you need, I'll create.
Thanks for collecting.
Getting back to your story, Freya. You were forced to grant an audience after the building of Asgard's wall, yeah?
That's right. And this mason, this giant in disguise,
His name was Hrimthur.
he just smiled to see me. And as you said, he whispered in my ear.
Let this wait. Stay alert.
Well, those Norns aren't going to find themselves. Back to the wolves. Getting back to your story, Freya. You granted an audience to 𝐸𝐵 after he finished building Asgard's wall. What at long last did he whisper to you?
Well, he said the 𝐴𝐶IR had killed his father, and he needed to know that one day they'd burn. I pointed... I was 𝐴𝐶IR now too, technically. He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better and continued.
Set that aside for now. Come.
Are we holding off looking for the Norns?